All right, my friends, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. So I got a project done. Don't ask me how I did it because we were evacuated again. This time we were gone for 6 days. So we were out about 3.5 hours from home for 6 days in a camper with people and dogs. Not much fun. But anyway, we're back for now. And I had just started the hat box just before we got evacuated again. So I had some of it done, and then I was able to spend a day and get the rest of it done. So here it is, guys. I am really happy with how this turned out. This is a fairly simplistic hat box. Never built one before, but this one turned out really good. The hat's inside, fits perfectly, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So tell you what, why don't we go to the video and I'll show you how I made this hat box. All right, so I'm just gonna use some cardboard here. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I drew a circle just to see how big I needed it for my hat. Taped a couple pieces of cardboard together really, and that's all I did. So I traced out the circle and then just cut it out with my utility knife. So this is going to be the base of the actual box itself. So this is going to be the very bottom layer. And you might think that this wouldn't be strong enough, but you know what? It actually became quite sturdy, so I was really happy with that. I didn't know if I needed to put another layer or not. So anyway, I moved on with just a thick strip of cardboard that I kind of just ran over the edge of the table just so that it can be flexible, and I started gluing the side of it to the round circle for the bottom. And I made sure and put it tape side up so it would be a little more sturdy. So once that got all glued up, it was actually quite strong. I was quite surprised, very happy. And this turned out pretty good. It was just your basic circle, basic box looking thing. So put that aside, and then now I'm going to make the top part. So again, I just taped up some more cardboard. As you can see, I traced the box, the circle of the box, and I think I added about 1/4 inch more so that the hat top would, like the box would fit over the top of the box, the lid. So that's what I did there, and then basically did the exact same thing as I did with the box. So just tape this up real quick here on both sides, and then I cut out, I believe it was about 2.5 inches, and cut strips of cardboard, and this became the sides of the lid itself. And so just as you can see there, just rubbing it against the side just to make it nice and pliable. And then I just started gluing it to the circle. Hey everybody, if you're enjoying this video, please do me a favor. Hit the like and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Let's go back to the video. So after that was all glued up, which turned out very well, you know, it fit quite nicely on the box. There was a little bit of wiggle room, but I knew that this material here would kind of fill that space. Now this is interesting because this material is kind of like a snakeskin material that is used for guitar amps and guitar cabinets. And this is the material that you use to finish your amps and cabinets. And this is really, really cool stuff. Built an amp and a cabinet a while back, and I had a bunch of this material left over, and I thought this is going to be cool to use for the hat box. So it's almost like a leather kind of material with a backing on it. Very strong stuff, but very, very pliable, very, very useful around bends. It's very easy to manipulate. You can stretch it a tiny bit. So I just cut up a whole bunch of rectangles, not even perfect, you know, just a bunch of rectangles, and I just started hot gluing them onto the side there. And once that was all done, I mixed up some paint that, fortunately for me, was too orange of a color. I mixed kind of a copper paint, a tiny bit of black, and some yellow, and it came out too orange, and I was a little bit disappointed in the color. But as you'll see coming up, it actually was the perfect color. I could not have planned this better, even though I made a mistake. So after I got that all painted up, the lid and the box, I grabbed some sticky bead type things. Maybe they're called sequins. I don't even know what they're called. They're basically stickers, so like a half bead with a gluey texture on the one side. And I just did this on the side of the lid. I really didn't want to do the whole box. I thought it would be too much, but this was pretty cool. I like the way that turned out. So after I got that all done, I went back to how I was going to do the color again, and I was like, okay, well, let's start off with a black wash. That always dulls things, but still makes it look cool. So I black washed the whole thing, the lid and the box, and as you can see, that turned out pretty cool. So I went back and I took that copper paint and I just kind of wet/dry brushed the whole thing with this copper paint. And I don't know if it's showing up too well in the video here, but it really gave it this metallic shine to it that was really, really cool. So once I got that all done, I used this wax that I bought quite a while ago, and I'm telling you, this stuff is so cool and so amazingly strong. You only need a little bit of this stuff for it to go a long way. So this little container here is probably going to last me my lifetime. But anyway, this was a brushed iron wax. So I went over all those beads, and only the beads, and gave it this iron wax that looked really cool. And this whole project came together, and I clear coated it. And friends, here's the final product. Thanks so much for watching.